Hello and thank you for coming. It is not often we have a celebrity in our class. I appreciate you joining us, Mr. Yankovic. Or should I call you Weird Al?
Hey, it's my pleasure. Mind if I tell a quick joke before you teach me about the difference between formative and summative assessment?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, great. Do you know how many librarians it takes to screw in a light bulb?
No, but I know where you can look it up.
Hey, you heard that one before. Oh well, I guess you've heard it all as an instructor. So as I mentioned before, I am having trouble understanding the difference between formative and summative assessment. Can you help me to understand the difference between the two?
Of course. There are some basic differences which I can clear up for you now. The first difference is when they occur. Summative assessments are given after the instruction has taken place, whereas formative assessments take place during instruction. So summative is after instruction, formative is during instruction.
Oh, I see. So when a student submits a course evaluation when the quarter is over, that is an example of summative assessment. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, I never thought of it like that. But is that the only type of summative assessment there is?
No, not at all. In fact, both summative and formative assessments can use any type of assessment tool. They could be forced choice or multiple choice tests, surveys, essay responses, interviews or focus groups, or any other method the instructor chooses. They can assess students' grasp of the material or opinions of the instruction.
Okay, that makes it easy. So the only difference is that formative are during instruction and summative are after instruction.
Well, there are other important differences too.
Really, I'm all ears.
Summative assessments are taken for accountability purposes, and they tend to use formal techniques, like the course evaluation you filled out for your calculus class. Ultimately, these formal assessments are given to justify the course.
So the poor course evaluation I gave for my high school calculus class might not justify the course. Is it still summative?
Yes. Summative assessments usually answer the question, should the course continue in its present form? So your answer to that question in that formal course evaluation you submitted was, no.
I see.
But it is not just about your opinions of the course as a student. Your final exam can be a summative assessment too. It can measure whether the class is meeting an agreed knowledge standard that is applied to all calculus students. In other words, the final exam can tell administrators whether students who take the class are learning essential calculus skills that are required to take the next math course. If students are getting these standard calculus skills, then the purpose of the course is being fulfilled.
Okay, I get it now. Summative assessments usually rely on formal techniques, and they are given after a course. And they measure how well the course matched up with expected learning outcomes.
Yes, and that is different from formative assessment.
Ah, do tell.
Formative assessments occur during instruction, and they tend to use informal techniques, such as observing student behavior during a class exercise. And the main purpose is to provide feedback, either to the learner, the teacher, or both.
Wait, what now? How does that work?
Well, formative assessment is used to enhance the learning experience. It can help learners reflect on what they have learned, reinforce the material, and promote high-level thinking. It can also help teachers see what is not working so they can modify their instruction.
That sounds tricky. Can you give me an example?
Of course. Please go back to the CCLE forum and click on the link to watch a 5-minute video on formative assessment. I think you will find it very informative, Mr. Yankovic.
Thanks for the lesson, Miss McGillicuddy.